Talk to me about season 2 of Silo and how your character is evolving.
Okay, so Carla, I would say, is very businesslike. She's not even caught up in her work. Her work is her life in the silo. And she's grown used to not being around Martha. And then all of a sudden, Martha's back in her life. So she's pulled. She's also pulled. She's a very responsible person. So she's pulled away from responsibility towards rebellion. And she's pulled away from she's settled in her life at a certain age. She's settled now with the fact that she's probably thought she was never going to see Martha again, but there Martha is, and she wasn't just there for that one day. Martha is now in her life. So it's almost like she's having an awakening, a second coming almost, because for her, these things it's like all of a sudden her world is kind of like, it's just open. Martha's back and she's being asked to be brave and make decisions that are kind of against everything that she knows. Everything that you do when you live in the silo is for the good of the silo. And so now she's being asked, what am I doing? Is this for the good of the silo? Just carrying on doing the things that we've done for years. Is this for the good of the silo? Or do we now follow these young whippersnappers with their fresh ideas and try and make a change in here? So yeah, she's kind of having a new lease of life, and not so much embracing it, but just being pulled into it, I would say, going with it.
Yeah, this chasm that's created between, the rebellion that's brewing and staying and doing what's good for the silo, speaks to today, speaks to this, what's happening in our world. And Harriet, this writing has been so wonderful in season 1, but season 2 is so upgraded. It's edge of your seat stuff.
I think the first season had the burden of exposition, much more than sort of establishing the history of the silo, the premise of the story. There was so much to get through and all these characters to bring in. And in a way, the second season has had less of that burden, and therefore we're running with the characters now much more. And Claire's right. There's something about this age group that we're in that we have nothing to lose in a way. I mean, as old people, you have a choice. Either you hang on to what you know and you dig yourselves in and you put your blinkers on, or you say, actually, all my life I've been thinking this is wrong, or something's not right. And you pick up the energy of the young people and you go, now I can run with them. And if I can't keep up, I don't lose anything. What have I got left to live for except to find the truth? So there's something also speaks to us now. Who are we prepared to be? Those people who go above the parapet and speak out.
Claire, we don't have a lot of time for this interview. I would talk to you for hours, but I know that you both have your feet in theater, and working on Silo has to feel like that, because these sets are incredible. I don't think they're using a lot of CGI. I mean, these are massive, wonderful sets. How does that inform your character?
Yeah, I mean, they are. So there's a bit of CGI, but I was saying earlier that when I was younger and I was an actor, I wanted to be an actor. I've always wanted to be an actor from the time I was about 4 or 5. And I love to read and films, and I always want to be, I remember going to the theatre and I always want to be on that side of the curtain. I want to be in it. So sometimes you walk on set, especially walking on this set, you're like, this is how it looked in my mind when I read the book. So it's amazing. And the sets are huge. And you've got the stairs going up the center and you can see the different landings and stuff. So it's not like it does your work for you, but it places you there, and it's so exciting. It's just a joy, because they're astonishing, the sets. So it's it's like a dream come true. Then we can just go and play. Yeah.
Thank you both for your time. It's been wonderful, and I appreciate it. And have a great day.